أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشى الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين صدق الله العلي العظيم
صلوات
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
If no one else will mourn you with me, I'll mourn you alone. Your broken ribs and your burning home. All this love and solace of you is known. The tablet and the pen attest to you. The secrets of secrets rested with you. Ayah after ayah came in your name. Sallallahu alayki ya Fatima. Sallallahu alayki ya Fatima. Sallallahu alayki ya Fatima. How did the door to heaven fall victim unto the flames? How did they look at you with no shame? How they raised their voice and said your name. Alhamdulillah, as much as the rain. Alhamdulillah, for my every pain. Alhamdulillah, you gave me Hussein. Alhamdulillah, hamd shakirin. Sallallahu alayki ya Fatima. Sallallahu alayki ya Fatima. Sallallahu alayki ya Fatima. His silence spoke. Indeed, we gave you the Kawthar, so pray to God and sacrifice a soul. Surely the barren one is your foe. The robe to Allah is taken in robes. The hope for the hopeless struggles to hope. His cheeks with tears only twice they were soaked in sajda, and when you washed your beloved. Sallallahu alayki ya Fatima. Sallallahu alayki ya Fatima. Sallallahu alayki ya Fatima. In the corner, weeping when you saw her broken ribs. How will you tell your children up again and pray. Did you bury her on Medina's plains? Did you bury her Bainul Haramain? Haydar replies, holding back heavy pains. She's buried in the heart of all the mu'mineen. Sallallahu alayki ya Fatima. 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 Salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين إنه خير ناصر ومعين وصلى الله على محمد وآل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المنتجبين صيما بقية الله في الأرضين روحنا وجسمنا فداك يا مولانا يا صاحب العصر والزمان Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Yes, I heard some beautiful salawats, but I did not hear loud ones. So whoever you are, wherever you live, on the sofas, on the chairs, you know what I usually say, loudest of salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Whenever the name of the 12th Holy Imam comes, something inside ourselves is moved, and that comes out with salawat. One very, very important thing, we have to remember that the 12th Imam's message has reached us because of a system. One of those systems is, it's you, the grandparents, the nanimas, the nanabapas, the dadimas and dadabapas. You are the ones who have helped massively for the 12th Imam's message to reach our children as well as their parents' generation. What do I mean? If we look at the 12th Holy Imam, who was his grandfather? None other than Imam Aliun Naqi al-Hadi alayhi salam. Let's have a salawat. You see, during this 10th holy spectacular Imam, he is a person who became Imam either at the age of 6 or age of 8. How many of you knew that? So can you imagine that a child who becomes an Imam lives most of his life what you would call in house arrest? A person who does not have access to a university to give lectures, who does not have a state where he can say, this is how the country, how the society should look like. It's a person who is not allowed to express the love of the Ahlul Bayt out in the street. When a person comes to him, even by ishara, by signing in that, hey, don't come close to me because other people are watching. He lived in a spy state. At a time where he doesn't have a microphone, at a time where there's no internet, at a time where he's not allowed to go up on the mimbar in the mosque. How is it that this holy Imam was able to prepare for his grandchild? Because this grandfather, Imam Aliun Naqi alayhi salam, is a person who used special techniques to be able to spread and prepare for the 12th Holy Imam. And today, I want to give a special tribute to all those grandparents who have made religion come from one geography to another geography, from Africa to Europe, from Africa to North America, from India to East Africa, from Pakistan to different parts of the world, and even so, all of you grandparents who have made changes and impacting your children and your children's lives. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you with long lives. And I would like each and every one of you, all of you, please go and pick up the hand of your grandparents and kiss their hands and say to them, thank you, in the name of Ali al-Naqi, you have made me a lover of Imam al-Hujjah, ajallahu ta'ala faraju sharif. Let us have a salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. It's absolutely unique that a person, Imam Ali al-Naqi al-Hadi, living during 6, look at my fingers, 6 different khulafa, oppressors, during his own lifetime. Each one of them with the purpose of oppressing him, each one of them with the purpose of making him silent, each one of them with the obsession to having him killed. The 10th Holy Imam, alayhi salam, he is a person who you see from a child becomes an Imam. You may think it's not possible. Can I remind you one thing? When did the 12th Holy Imam become an Imam? Also at the age of 5. So our 10th Imam, in the same way, before that became an Imam at either between the age of 6 and 8. Now, a small quiz. You know, I know you're so clever and you always get them right, but this one is tough. Where do you think that the 10th Imam lived? Oh, I heard you very well. I heard that you said Samarra. You are right. But you know, that's not the full picture. You know why? In the history of our Aimma, alayhimus salam, it depends on where they were pushed into. They all wanted to live in Medina. This is the home of the Holy Prophet. This is the home of Fatima Zahra alayhi salam, and this is where they were most of them buried. But then due to political arrangements, these oppressors forced them to go to different places. And yes, the 10th Holy Imam, he lived in Medina. But then he was forced to move. How he was forced? Let me share with you a story. One day, the most oppressive of the oppressors, his name is Mutawakkil. Mutawakkil, he knew that the Imam in Medina is becoming so popular that he has to stop. So he goes and tells his commander, Yahya bin Harthama, Yahya, go and get Imam Ali al-Naqi here to me now. Yahya bin Harthama goes out with an army of 300 soldiers. Think about it. 300 soldiers for one person. This army starts going from Samarra towards Medina. Now comes something very, very interesting. Amongst these soldiers, under the commander Yahya bin Harthama, there is one prominent figure who is actually a person who hates the Ahlul Bayt. He's a Khariji. He hates Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. And then there is another one who is the lover of Imam Ali al-Naqi. That means he loves Imam Ali. He loves all the Aimma. And Yahya says that I heard a conversation. He heard a conversation where the Khariji says, I don't understand Imam Ali alayhi salam. How is it that there is a hadith, a specific statement of Imam Ali alayhi salam, that all the places on earth will be a burial ground where someone will die. That means in every place in the world, there is one place where a human being will die. The lover of the Ahlul Bayt, he did not know how to answer. The story continues. They continued and walked towards Medina. Now you know there is a respectful way of entering the house, but they just barged in. What did they see when they barged in? They saw that the Imam's whole household, all of the followers were busy stitching, knitting. I know some of you like to stitch and knit as a hobby. Imam's household was completely occupied in this activity. And they said, why are these crazy people, astaghfirullah, knitting and stitching? It's summer. It's the most hot period in the year. Why are they stitching for clothes during this weather? The Imam alayhi salam said, look, I understand that you're forcing me to go to Samarra. Give me just 3 days because we just want to finish our preparation of these clothes which we are stitching. Yahya bin Harthama said, okay, what does it matter today or in 2-3 days? We'll give you. On that 3rd day, they departed from Medina. Now, very, very interesting. As they were on their journey towards Samarra, in the middle of their journey, on the same place, Yahya bin Harthama had heard on the way to Medina, on the same very place, he sees that something is happening. In the horizon, a blizzard is coming. A massive blizzard, and it's not any blizzard, it's a cold blizzard. And there it is recorded in history that 80 people out of the 300 died. Who amongst those people were not affected? Of course, the family and the companions of Imam Ali al-Naqi, because they had the clothes on. They were ordered to put on those stitched and prepared clothes. At that point, Yahya bin Harthama and the men are saying to Imam that how come you were prepared with these clothes? So we are the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. And do you now know that the story which you are listening into about your companions, that from my holy Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib, my grandfather, when he says that every place will have a burial ground where someone will die, this is that very place. You would not have believed that this desert would be a home for a burial and a place where people would die. So you see, whatever situation comes, extraordinary, any kind, our Imams are ready. What we need to follow them. When the holy Imam reaches Samarra, he is not treated well. Every night he is woken up, suddenly, just so that he cannot have peace. Come and ask this question, come and answer this one. And this is just the style of an oppressor, wanting to really pressurize the holy Imam. Middle of the night, 2 o'clock, before Salatul Fajr, all of these things happen. But the Imam is always ready and always answers with wisdom. And I know you love stories. I've been receiving so many messages that when can we hear some stories about the Ahlul Bayt? When can we hear something which impacts us? Today, in the honor of Imam Ali al-Naqi, I'm going to give you a second story. Are you ready for this? Now imagine that you live in Samarra and you are called upon all the time in the most uncomfortable times. And one incident is this. The Imam is called to the court of Mutawakkil because they have encountered a very strange problem. There is a lady who is claiming that she wants to have special treatment. She wants to be treated in a very honorable way. Why? Because she says, my name is Zainab. I'm the daughter of Bibi Fatimatu Zahra alayha salam. Hence, I'm the granddaughter of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Now, all in the court, nobody knows how to treat this lady. Because how is it possible that hundreds of years later, someone is claiming that I am Zainab alayhi salam? But they don't know how to really prove that she's wrong. So again, they called Imam Ali al-Naqi alayhi salam. The Caliph is saying, so how can you prove this? He said, no problem. Do you have your lions? Which lions? You know those lions which you keep in your cage? He asks the Caliph. Yeah, I have them. So, all right, let's go to the cage. Then he says, you are saying that you are Zainab. Yeah, I am. So can I ask you, how come that you're so young? If you're several hundred years old, you must be very, very old, but you don't look that old. Say, no, every night my grandfather, the Holy Prophet, comes and touches me and I become young again. And I never become old. Question, would you believe that story? I don't. How to get out of it? Imam Ali al-Naki alayhi salam says, all right, you are from the progeny of the Holy Prophet, you are from the progeny of Fatima Zahra, and you are saying that you're my aunt Zainab. Okay, you know that no one, no animal will hurt the Ahlul Bayt. I would like you to go into this cage and say salams to the lions. You say, no, 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 no. Because some people are very smart, yeah? There is a good way of being smart. There is a very bad way of being smart. Let's look what happens. The lady says, well, you're also from the progeny of Bibi Fatima alayhi salam, so you can go in, be my guest, go in and see and speak to the lions. Imam Ali al-Naki alayhi salam says, yeah, no problem. No problem going to speak to the lions? I wouldn't dare. But you know the Imam is very special. So Imam Ali al-Naki alayhi salam goes into the cage, and it is reported that all the lions, they come and sit around him and they caress him. Who wouldn't be like to be close to the Imam? And they are all completely calm. You know what he says now? Oh lady, you're saying you're Zainab? Come in now. Come in, your turn. And she said, sorry. My whole story was a story. It wasn't true. The lesson of this is that in certain problems, no one can solve them. But our Imams, they can. In certain problems, when you want to dare and say, who's got the real insight into animals, human beings, psychology, then you can only call our Imam, alayhimus salam. There are so many stories about Imam Ali al-Naki, but I would just like to give you one lesson. That when you think about this Imam, think that he is the person whom found the mother of the 12th Imam. He is the one who found a wife for Imam Hassan al-Askari. And yes, many people think that I'm going to live my life the way I want to. But actually, us as Muslims, within our community, we have wealth of resources. And the best of resources is our grandparents. May Allah always bless them, because they can guide you. They can tell you that this is a better path. I have been through this, it's not good path to go down. Listen to them, respect them. Be a person who thinks, I am going to be the follower of the 12th Imam the way he was a grandchild to Imam Ali al-Naki. And I can't help that there are these amazing ziyarat, especially when it comes to ziyarat Jamia al-Kabir, one of the treasure of Imam Ali al-Naki, where he mentions about his grandfather Imam Hussein alayhi salam and the tribulations. Do you know 6 khulafa? And the sixth one was able to poison our 10th Holy Imam. But I tell you, up to the very last moment, the thing which made Imam Ali al-Naki go on is the gham, is the tears he had towards Imam Hussein. And what Imam Hussein stood for, that I'm going to prepare a whole community who is the follower of the 12th Holy Imam. On that point, can we all tonight make sure when the Noha is recited, that you stand up and you beat your chest, Ya Hussein, and think about that and give that thawab towards your grandparents. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
I will besiege you, I will grieve you into the night. I will besiege you, I will grieve you into the night. You are my master, I am alone, I call unto you. You are my master, I am alone, I call unto you, because I will be with you till the end, Hussein. In my eyes there's always tears of pain, like a river flows for your love, Hussein. Every broken heart cries out your name, cries out your name. روحي وقلبي لديك صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله يا أبا عبد الله روحي وقلبي لديك صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله يا أبا عبد الله. From your shrine I can't bear to stay apart. The flame of your love ignites my heart. Your name gives meaning to my soul. To you I raise my hands and call. From your shrine I can't bear to stay apart. The flame of your love ignites my heart. Your name gives meaning to my soul. To you I raise my hands and call. Mere Mola ya Hussein Jan, Mere Mola ya Hussein Jan, Hussein Janam, Hussein Janam, my tears for you will never dry. Mere Mola ya Hussein Jan, Mere Mola ya Hussein Jan, Hussein Janam, Hussein Janam, my tears for you will never die. For every step I take is to you, Hussein, till my final breath your love will remain. Even if they take my feet and my hands, I'll come crawling to your holy land, to your holy land. روحي وقلبي لديك صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله يا أبا عبد الله روحي وقلبي لديك صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله يا أبا عبد الله.